related to your class. In the chat, I want you to write if you use a computer, PC, laptop, or you use iPad or tablet or mobile. Which device do you use now?
From the laptop.
Okay, I want you to write in the chat.
Mister,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Mister, now, Mister, the assignment that you put, there is there is a file. We must put a file. I don't know what file to put.
No. Just answer the question.
Okay.
Activity. You talk about activity number 1.
Yes. When I
Okay.
answer it, give me two.
Just answer the question.
The 3 questions, Mr. You mean?
Yes.
Only?
Yes. What is the problem?
I thought we should submit a file.
No. The last session was theoretical.
When I answer them,
Yes.
Mister, give me 2 of 21.
Two marks only. It's okay.
Yes. So like this full mark.
The important point is just answering the questions. You got 2 marks. 2 questions are complete mark, right? You got
Yes, again.
true.
2 of
Both
21.
answers were true.
Mister, can I ask a question, please?
Okay.
What do we do in the upload? Do we upload in the homework? Do we don't
Just
upload?
ignore it. Just answer the questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Guys, I see that how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students are responding. Only 5 students who answered. So what about the others? Guys, we are in a session. Okay. So if I ask you a question, I want all of you to answer. And actually, it's not good to find myself alone in the together mood. All the questions are closing their cameras. Maybe you are asleep. Maybe you are here. You are not here with me. Some students at the end
Where
of
are you, Mr.
sleep.
Is it okay if I don't prefer to share my camera for now?
At least. Okay, let me do something that will tell me who is here with me in the session. Everyone, write your name in the chat.
No.
See, until now, I have some students who come late. Adham, Abdullah.
I had a problem with Coursera. I had a problem.
Okay.
And I had
I know you are clever, Abdul Ilah. I know you are clever because you practice with me every week. Nasser. Okay. Okay. I have a question. Did you read from the book last week? Last week we started the theoretical lesson and we discussed together about network. Did you read from the book? Yes or no? Write. I want you to write in the chat. I want you to write in the chat. Did you read from the book or not? I want you to write the answer in the chat.
I wrote my name, Mr. in the chat.
Okay. Ahmad Abu Hassan, he did not read. He did not read from the book. Nasser Muhammad Nasser and Nuwaiser said, I don't have the book. Okay, Ziyad, he did not read. Guys, did you check your Classera? I uploaded the lesson to Classera. I scanned the lesson using my scanner. Okay, and I uploaded 2 files, the lesson and the PowerPoint, the PPT. Okay.
Mr. Last time we stopped the client server model.
Okay, let me show you something. Can you see my screen? Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. This is the PDF, okay, and we finished until here. We stopped here, okay. We stopped here, client server model, and let me show you from our book.
Mr. The Facebook is a part of the client server model?
Yes, of course. Can you tell me why?
I think, Mr. It's connect between the phone and the laptop and the PC.
Tell me. To make it work, to be able to use the Facebook, do you need the internet or not?
Yes, Mr. You need the internet.
You need the internet. Okay. The second question,
Yes,
to make it work, do you need the Facebook server or not?
we need it.
For example, if I have internet and I have Facebook on my mobile, and you have internet and you have Facebook on your mobile, the application is installed, but Facebook is not working. The website is not working. The company of Facebook turned off its servers.
So
Will
we
you
cannot join.
can we make anything?
No.
No. Why? Because our client application installed on our mobile will try to communicate with what? With the server. Okay?
Yes.
But it cannot reach the server. So what will happen? Nothing will happen. It will give you connection error. You'll say, no, I have internet. Yes, you have internet, but you cannot reach the server. Okay? And you will see this today. So here you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So here we have some web servers like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all online games. Okay. Here we have some devices: your laptop, your PC, your mobile. All the devices will be connected to the internet, but you need to reach some server. Let me give you some example. Um, if you try to log in to Google, for example, and the Google server is not working for some reason, okay, you will write google.com, enter, nothing will happen. Okay. Um, Sometimes some application stopped. Last week WhatsApp stopped for about 2 hours. So if you try to open
Yes.
WhatsApp, it doesn't work.
Because there is hackers in the enter the
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Yes, for some reason, maybe a hacker, maybe for maintenance. If you try to log into the server by your application, it will not be able to log in, so it will not work. So all the applications, websites, games that depend on um, a server, some machine that you have to connect it to get the service, is based on client server model. Okay, but some applications do not depend on client server model.
Yes, like offline games, anything offline.
Yes, Microsoft Office that you install on your computer, it will work if you don't have internet.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry, Mr. I have a question.
Okay, first let me know, this is Omar Amgad. Omar, why don't you share your camera? Let us make a real discussion. I want to know who is Omar Amgad. I know you are not this enemy, right?
Who?
I know you have a face, right? You have a picture. Why don't you use your personal picture?
No, Mister. I can upload it right now, but not like well prepared.
Okay, now this is Abdullah Muhammad. Abdullah, I'm discussing now with Omar, so please give Omar the chance to share his camera. Okay, Omar, I wish you use your own picture instead of this anime. Okay, now your question.
Right now, Mr. There was a question on computer in the last assignment. He's saying a network in a hospital called. I didn't understand this question.
Okay, can we discuss the question after we finish this lesson?
Okay.
Okay. So if a server is not working, your application will fail to work. Your mobile application is a client. The server is the computer that mobile tries to connect to. I think we finished the point of client server applications and we understand it, right? Now let us go to another point, information exchange. Humans exchange information by using languages. Computers exchange information by using protocols. Tell me, Omar, or excuse me, I want someone who is able to share his screen. I want someone who can share his camera. His
Right?
camera is okay. Can you share your camera?
I can't.
Okay. Okay. Now, Abdul Ilah, you can speak Arabic, right? And English.
Yes.
Okay. Imagine that I'm Chinese, okay, and I cannot speak Arabic or English, and you are maybe Japanese, and you can speak Japanese only. So we have no common languages we can use. Okay, how can we talk together?
You can use protocols.
We'll have to invent something that we can talk together,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Google Translate.
We don't have something called Google Translate. Imagine we are two humans in one closed room, okay, and we have no way, no common language, okay. So we will invent something that we can use to communicate
Yes.
together. Now let us go back to our PDF. Here, humans exchange information by using languages. Okay, we can talk together using English, Arabic, Japanese. Okay, or even those who cannot speak, they can make some signs using their hands. This is a kind of communication. But what about computers? By the way, remember, in our network, we have computers, we have mobiles, we have tablets made by different companies, and the users use different languages. You can use Arabic, English, and I have different language. I speak French, Japanese, or any different. So how the computers will communicate, how the programs will communicate. If you use, for example, if you send an email, okay, for example, you use Gmail, but I use Hotmail. How can your server communicate with my server? This is a big problem. So here, humans talk by words, they exchange words. But here, computers use something called the protocol, okay, called the protocol. And actually, we have many protocols. For example, look here, this is a computer and this is a server. You send something to the server will give you a reply, then you send something to the server, then the server will give you a reply. For example, when you try to connect to some internet website, you write a request to the server, and the server will give you something called response. It will respond to your request, okay? And you will write some website, I want to visit this website. The server will search the internet and give you a file that will be displayed on your browser. Okay, so we need to know something about protocols. Protocols, special messages and rules sent to send these messages. If you want to communicate together, two computers or computer and server, we have some protocols that we have to follow uh, to be able to communicate together. Okay, the protocols are rules. Okay, and some ways to send and receive messages. Okay, computers communicate by sending special messages called packets. Called what? This is very important word, packets. For example, Abdel Ilah.
Yes, Mister.
Look, Abdel, here I have a message.
Yes.
Here I have a message. This message can be good morning, Abdel. This message can be a picture. This message can be a video. This message can be something, okay? And here is the sending computer, and here is the receiving host. This can be a computer or can be a mobile or anything. This message will be divided to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some number of packets, some number of smaller packets. So the message is the source file that I want to send from my computer to your computer. This message will be divided into small packets, and using some protocol, the packets will be transferred from my computer to your computer. Okay, and when I send, this is the packet. Okay, this is the packet. Okay, the packet contains two parts. The packet contains two parts. The message, the piece of the file that was divided into small pieces, and the header, okay? If I want to send you a mail, okay, a traditional mail, okay, that was printed on paper, I need to know your full name. I need to know. I see you are a little sleepy, Abdullah, right?
I am tired, Mister.
Oh, sorry to know that. Okay. I need to know your address. I need to know your full name. That will happen here. So the header, it's some information about the destination computer, like the address, the IP of the receiver, okay? And here is the message. It will be this part. So message number one, packet number one will carry the first part. Then another packet, it will carry the second part, and so on. So if I have a big file, it will be divided into small pieces, okay? We have also in our book, we have another expression. We need to discuss it together. Digital units. Digital what? Units. In our languages, we have letters like ABC, Alif, B, T, and so on. But the computer will not understand ABC. The computer will understand something called binary digits. Okay, 0 and 1. 0 and 1. 0 is 0. You know 0. It's a power electricity with some signal, but we call it 0. 1 is power with some signal, some electric signal, and we call it 1. So I have something extra. I don't have to know about it. Every letter, for example, the letter A. When you click on your keyboard, the letter A, this letter will be converted to some zeros and ones. These zeros and ones will be generated by your keyboard, and we have something called the ASCII table. Can you see this image? Guys, can you see this
Yes,
image?
Mister. We see
Okay,
it.
it's a little complex, but I just want you to know the idea. Each letter has a number and has some code. Okay, and this is written in some table called the ASCII table. Okay, uh, it's not important to know the details. It's not important to know the details. Okay, but the important parts are here. Humans use ABC, computers use 0 and 1. only. Okay, binary digits. Binary means 2. So why 2? Because here we have how many different numbers here? 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So everything you write, or even your pictures or your videos or your games, if you open a file saved on the computer, you will find inside it zeros and ones. Okay, is this clear or is it difficult? Guys, okay, so it's the same,
Mr.
our languages.
I have two
Yes,
questions.
okay.
Now, Mr. Wouldn't we find codes? Isn't like the zero and ones
Yes,
are codes of are language of codes?
yes, of
What?
course. Listen. Uh, you know that hard disk contains some magnetic fields or something like this. Hazem, you joined too late. You joined 24 minutes late. This is too bad. I will register you as late. Khalid Faris, let me see, when did you join the session? 16 minutes late. You will be registered as late. Hazem. Listen, guys. This point is a little difficult, but I want to make it simpler because it's not important for the exam, but you should know it. I'm searching the internet. I want to show you something on the internet. Can you see? I will stop sharing, then I share again. I will share the whole screen. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my
Yes.
screen?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Here, each letter, for example, letter A, the number, the code of this letter is 65. Ignore this. When letter A is saved on the hard disk, you know, hard disk contains some magnetic register, something small that will carry zeros and ones. It will be saved like this: 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1.
Mr. I know this.
Okay, so this is how the letters and the images and everything uh, will be saved. Even if you look at some sign like this. Okay, every symbol has a number, and each number has some way to convert it to binary, to zeros and ones. Okay, so it's not important to know the details how they are saved. We have something important here. It's the units. Units here, you know, is the smallest unit of storing or saving something to your hard disk is called a byte. A byte is one letter. So if your name is Ahmed, Ahmed, how many letters? 5. So it will be saved
Five.
in 5 bytes. In 5 bytes, the byte consists of 8 bits. What is a bit? It's a signal. You remember 0 and 1. So every letter will consist of 8 signals, zeros and ones. We have some units that we use if we buy something or if we look at our files: kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte. Okay, but our kilo is not like any kilo. Our kilo is 1024. So 1 kilobyte equals 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte equals 1024 kilobyte. 1 gigabyte equals 1024 megabyte. 1 terabyte equals 1024 gigabyte. So which one is bigger? Byte, kilo, mega,
Terabyte.
giga, tera. So in the quiz, I will give you some units, and I will tell you which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest. Order these quantities from the biggest to smallest, and so on. Okay. We look at this table. Last week I asked you about network speed, which one is the fastest and which one is the slowest, and I told you we will talk about this next week. Uh, Maybe 5 years ago we had something called ADSL, asymmetric digital subscribe line. I don't care about this expression, but I just want to know that the speed was from 1.5 to 24 megabytes, or actually megabits download, and from half to 3.5 megabit upload. The speed was not good. Okay. Then we had VDSL. The speed was up to 100 megabits per second. Okay, and it could reach 300 megabit per second. It depends on the distance. If the distance between you and the server is short, you will have high speed. Okay, but if the distance was near, sorry, if the distance is far, you will have this bad speed. But VDSL is much better than ADSL. But now we have something different. We have 3G, 4G, and actually we have Abdelilah, start writing, please. I don't know what you write in the chat. I can close the chat. I wanted to focus with me, please. Okay. Of course, we have 5G, and the 5G will give us higher speed. We need to talk about optical fibers. This is very, very helpful. Guys, I will not waste our time by disabling the chat. Please stop writing in the chat. Okay, fiber optics or optical fiber are transparent wires made of silicon. The fibers are made of silicon. Okay? And we use these fibers to transfer data, and we use it for our internet at home. We don't use electricity to exchange information. We don't use signals, we use light. So you know that light is the fastest in our universe, right? So it's very fast and very reliable. That's why your internet, if you use fiber, the speed is very, very fast. Okay, so what is the fastest way to connect a cable or wireless or fiber? Of course, it's optical fiber. Why? Give us the reason. Because the data is transferred by the speed of light. By the speed of light. And light is the fastest way to transfer information. Okay. Again, how the internet works. How the internet works. If you want to get something from the internet, how it will work. Your computer is connected to the ISP. So what is ISP? ISP means Internet Service Provider, the company that you pay to get the connection to the internet. For example, here in Saudi Arabia, which company do you use to connect to the internet?
STC.
STC, maybe Mobile, maybe Zain. Okay, so we have different what? ISP. Okay, and this ISP is my way to connect to the internet. So I connect to the ISP, and the ISP will provide a link between my computer and the internet. Okay, so how does it work? Here I am. Can you see me? And here you are. We connect it through wireless router, and it's connected to some device called the modem. We don't have to know the differences between wireless router and modem, but the important point is that you are connected to your ISP, and your ISP is connected to, here we have many things connected together, okay? Your ISP, your internet service provider, will be connected to something called servers, okay? Internet servers, maybe to web servers, maybe to SQL server, maybe to DNS server. Many servers are connected together, okay, and this will help us to get what we want. For example, we want to reach some website. We will not be able to use or reach this website unless we connect from our computer to our router, and this will be connected to something called DNS. This DNS is inside the company, inside STC. It will convert our request to some address that will be converted to some packets that will be converted to some way to communicate between the ISP and the servers to get the file back to us. Okay, the main points, we need to know this. This is from our book, and this is very important to know. What will happen when you want to view a web page from your computer or from your browser? Guys, this is in your book, in the last page of our lesson, and maybe, I don't promise, but maybe I give you these steps in the exam, and I ask you to order these steps. Okay?
I have a question.
Okay, let me read this first. First, you type an address into the web, into your browser address bar. For example, you write www.gmail.com and press enter. Or you will write some website like FIFA.com. Okay, your browser will send the request. This is called a request. The website is a request to your ISP server, asking the page. When you press enter, this address that you want to open, the page that you want to see, will be sent to the ISP, to STC, for example, asking, please, I want to load this website. The ISP, this is what will happen inside your company, your STC or mobile or something. Your ISP server look in a huge database of internet addresses and find the exact web server. The company is responsible for searching where is FIFA.com, where is YouTube, okay, in which company, in which server, which host the website you want. Then send the request to the page to this web server. STC will communicate with the site that you want to open. The web server sends the request page to your ISP server. Okay, Google or YouTube or Facebook server will respond, and it will send something. Okay, maybe the Facebook page, maybe some video. Okay, it will send something to your STC, your company, your ISP. Okay, then your ISP will send the page to your browser. You will see it on the screen. Actually, all this will happen automatically without you know what are the details. But the important point is I send my request from my browser to the ISP. The ISP will send something to some web server, the web server of Facebook, for example. The web server will reply to the ISP, internet service provider, and the ISP will send something back to me. So if I have no ISP, I will not be able to load any website.
Okay.
Now your question?
Yes. In the homework, it said that we got 3 out of 21.
No, it's just the mark is on the questions, the theoretical questions only. Here I have Ali Mustafa Zuhairi. He joined the session 29 minutes late. This is too late. And Muhab Sharif, he joined how many minutes late? Okay, he joined 27 minutes late. Muhab, are you still here with me? Muhab, okay, you will be late. Ali Mustafa, Ali, are you still here?
Yes, Master.
Okay, why did you
Yes.
join too late like this?
I was having a problem with Classera. I
29 minutes.
join.
Okay, guys,
Yes, Mr.
tomorrow there will be a homework, theoretical homework that will be published on Classera. This homework is very important. It's out of 5 marks. Okay, so you have to answer all the questions in this homework. Okay, it's theoretical. You must read the book and you must read the presentations I sent to you. Okay, guys, any question? Any question? I'm sorry for talking too much. We have extra 5 minutes. This session is recorded and it will be published to Classera after we end this session. Thank you, guys. You can write goodbye and leave.